Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra, just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, the exalted one, the fully enlightened one. So dear Dharma practitioners, before we start our practice session, we'll take few minutes to clarify ourselves how this meditation can help for us to develop our awareness and how we can apply it to day-to-day life. Because the wisdom cannot separate from your life. What you understand as wisdom should be within your life. You have to experience it. You cannot have a separate life and you cannot have a separate wisdom. So you have to integrate and then you have to bring the life out of your wisdom. That is where you recognize your inner happiness and satisfaction. So when it comes to our human history, from ancient time to today, we can see each and every human being always struggling, fighting for winning. We win as people, we win as cities, we fight as cities, we fight each other looking for winning as countries, as societies. So always this fight keep going, looking for winning. And this is a very important thing that we have to understand. We have that inner nature also, the same thing. So the one thing, when you look at this human history, it doesn't matter whatever the struggle that we went through, we always end up being winning. The humanity never fails. Day by day, you can see. And sometimes generations went through huge failures, but after that, they became better than they used to be. So that's the very human nature. So then ourselves, we have to understand, when we go through this development, this always the winning and losing happening inside us. But if you have the clear intention, and if you take the necessary attention related to that intention, and if you develop the awareness on the top of that, remember, you cannot fail. But when we look for winning, that we always, in the very first level, we have ideas. And so we go through kind of like, when the ideas come to us regarding winning, and it creates certain kind of joy, expectation, or and we predict the winning and create anticipation inside us, and then it brings the joy when you think about winning. So try to catch it slowly. No, we all have the idea of winning. So when you think about winning, that means you think ahead. And when you think about winning, it creates certain kind of anticipation and the expectations, and then we come with predictions. So then we keep struggling to stay with it, and we try to fulfill our expectations. But you know what happens? We fail. So what we think, what we expect, what we predict, not going to happen. So when the failure comes, it is so difficult for us. It is horrible. It's kind of like when the failures come to people, it's kind of like they are in the middle of the hell. It creates the misery in us. But that failure start to take you to winning. Not, so this is the important part that you have to, not what you expect, not what you predict, but out of that prediction, when you fail, it shows you the path. So then when you look for development, or when you look for cultivation, your inner wisdom, it comes out of the failure. And that's why that's kind of like that when you ready to accept any kind of disappointment out of your expectations, it will nourish your growth inside you. So when you able to accept any kind of disappointment out that come out of your expectations or any prediction, that disappointment will take you to your personal growth. If anybody cannot take that disappointment, there's no way can grow inside you. The growth not going to happen. So the disappointment, unhappiness, sadness is kind of like the soil. It's like the water to nourish your heart, nourish your wisdom, nourish your understanding. So that's why when the Buddha said that the world is suffering, full of suffering, that's what does that mean? That means you have a lot of opportunity around you to understand the reality. Why? Because the suffering will take us to reality. Not the joy, satisfaction, fulfillment, our desires, no. So then you have to come to a point in your life when the failures come, disappointment come, can you go with it? Can you handle that? Can you accept the truth? Can you see why it happened to you like that way? When you are in pain, can you see why it happened to you? If you see it, you liberate from that pain anymore. It cannot hurt you. So that is a moment by moment process in your life. So then you have to look into yourself. See, when when you have certain ideas, when you have certain kind of believing system, when you have certain kind of hopes regarding something, when you have future plans, if somebody come and criticize you, that criticism will prove, are you in the clear path or are you in the illusion? You know why? When your understanding very clear, and when you know where you go, what you want, and when you know that your end result, so whatever the criticism come, it sharp you, and you can go through it. You're not going to disturb out of it, and then you're going to more and become very clear regarding the path. That's why when you look at the Buddha, his personal life, that the most of the discussion, the most of the beautiful sutras, Dharma, the wisdom came out of the people came and criticized the Buddha. So then that out of that criticism, so how the Buddha handled that, and how the way that he discussed regarding things brought the wisdom out. So like that, even in day-to-day life, when you have something, if somebody come and criticize you, rather than getting disturbed out of criticism, rather than back up because of the criticism, if you can give the right answers to that, if you can go through it, you have to remember, you have a strong, clear goal in your life, in a very conventional way. So that means you know what you want. So that is very important. But when somebody criticizes, when the failures happen, and in that failure, if you get disappointed, that's mean not that the failure, that not that criticism make you disappointed. Your intention, your expectation, your goal doesn't have very clear recognition. So that's why you get disappointed. So it can show by criticism. So like that, it is so deep. So when you come to the very clear understanding, we have to recognize that how far we recognize our own intention, that will help us to move forward. And so when it comes to winning and losing, this is very important. So when you want to, we all like to win. So when you want to win, there is somebody need to lose. Without that, you cannot win. So then when you look for winning yourself, your liberation, your transformation, so that's the higher purpose in you. So that means that you're winning goal. So then, who need to fail? Because otherwise, you cannot win. Somebody need to fail. So then if you really look for winning, who need to fail? So you have to fail. So what is the fail mean? That's mean you have to give up that who you are in this very moment, even with the thoughts, the deeply, the habits, sometimes our own desires, self-centered ideas. If you cannot allow it to fail, you cannot win. So then it's very simple mechanism that you have to understand. When you see something in front of you, don't hold it to your past. Just move forward. Don't hold it to your past. Don't hold it to your memory. Of course, it is there. Let it be there. You don't need to forget, or you don't need to try to forget it. But the thing is this: when you make a move, that moment itself creates a joy. That joy will take care of the misery that whatever happened in the past, not your conscious mind. You don't need to do anything. Only thing is you have to take action to move forward. And then that movement itself will allow to fail that whoever struggling in you. So that is the way that you can deeply come to moment by moment to win. So you have to develop the faith, trust, and on the faith and on the trust you have to act. So what is the action you have to take? Just the moment to move forward. Just allow yourself to fail. That whoever sad, worry, fear, unhappy, miserable, that experience, let it fail. Don't allow it to win. Because if you allow it to win, you cannot go beyond it and experience the other side. But what happened? Mostly, we allow our miseries, sadness, worry, disappointment, unhappiness to win always. So then what happens? We every day experience the same thing. So it is very simple logic that whatever you have done, and that is what you experience. So if you keep doing the same thing, what will happen? You're going to experience the same thing. How far? It doesn't matter. How far in this samsara? You will keep going with that. So then change yourself. If you want to win, fail. Let yourself to fail inside that what you believe. And then you sometimes you feel paralyzed when you hear how it can, then how I can survive. That is the power of failure. That is the power of failure. It always holds you to grasping something, clinging something, and it not allow you to go away. See, sometimes when these animals get trapped in something and you try to rescue them and you try to, the fear, what allow this, all the legs, hands allow it to tightly hold. And then even you try to make them free, it not allow that, the fear not allow that legs or the hands to release it. The same thing with us also. So don't afraid to fail. That's the bottom line. So when you fail, you have to remember, underneath somewhere you winning. So get into that mindset. It is very necessary for you. And then apply it to slowly, deeply within yourself, moment by moment. So then how, through the meditation, you can activate this mechanism inside you. Through the meditation, how you can gain this as a mental ability. This is the way. I'll give a simile. So when you drive the car at night, your headlights can show you only 200 feet ahead, not mostly more than that. But it is capable to take you to any destination. If the road is available, clear, and if you know where to go, maybe it will take you to the other side of the world when you drive at night. The darkness doesn't matter. Even the whole world, it is so dark. Not the whole, half of the world so dark. But still, you can drive at night. Why? Because within that 200 feet. So like that, you have to remember the step that you take. Make it very clear with that. Don't focus to too much that outside. So be very clear with the whatever available in front of you. And it's kind of like you climbing the ladder. It is important the step available that you in front of you, not the top of the ladder. So same like the breathing. Forget about the samsara, forget about the nibbana, forget about the enlightenment. No, forget about high mental powers, or even forget about the suffering, danger of this world. Forget about that all. Just try to see the sensation of inhalation, exhalation. Just try to see that. Be with it. Be 100%. Be very clear with that experience, not the half. Be 100%. Get into the clear sensation and recognize it. No any thoughts interfering, just pure 100% crystal clear recognition. When the day comes for you to settle down with that, it doesn't matter how far this samsaric journey is long. It doesn't matter. You can go in this dark world. It doesn't matter what is outside condition. You can come to the end. So that then you have to recognize. So whatever, when you focus to that, all that desires, all your thoughts, that whatever happen in you in day-to-day life, everything start to pop up. It's everything vomit inside. That all the things that what we like, what we want. You know, that's what keep happening all day. That's why it come to our mind. We have so many desires to fulfill. It is okay. It's nothing wrong with that. But when you come to the moment to observe the sensation, let that everything to fail. Why? Because you have to win with this sensation. There's nothing wrong with that other things, but let it fail. Don't hold it to that. So be crystal clear with this sensation and then recognize. When you come to the depth of that recognition, you will see that how this moment of life happening, rising, existing, and disappearing, and becoming something, always in a journey. So when you are able to see it within yourself, your own true nature, then you will understand something. And that understanding will take you to your ultimate bliss of liberation, the transformation, or the Nibbana. So with that, so let's get into practice a little bit. Your right palm on your left and neck hit straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapat Veva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. So take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. If your mind go here and there, don't worry about it. Again and again, come back to your inhalation and exhalation. Don't interfere with it. Just keep observe and do nothing extra. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times, please, and find the sensation. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself and recognize it. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. Just get a very clear mental view. So we're going to develop loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward, and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha, and also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also, may all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha mehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Anudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadhi Maranam Paribunjisami Dhamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamuncatu. Yes.